Well, healthy eating impacts our weight, and nobody knows that better than Dr. Paul. He is a bariatric surgeon with Baptist Health Bariatric Center. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for inviting us to your home to cook with you.
Yeah, the last time I did one of these, we did it in a little conference room with a hot plate, and I was like, it's not really.
We do one better.
Yeah, it's not really exactly how I like to cook. So I was very glad that you guys were able to come over, and we could kind of talk about some healthy cooking and maybe talk about some bariatric surgery and what that means.
I do have some questions for you regarding bariatric surgery, but what are we making today?
So today I'm making something today that I make for my kids all the time. It's like a chili verde, so like a green chili kind of sauce. It's very versatile. You can use it to make tacos with. You can add some vegetables to it to make like a real comforting soup called pozole. And it's pretty low in fat, very low in carbs, and it's delicious. So
I'm sold.
Yeah.
How do we get started? What's
All right.
involved?
So currently we've got some peppers, some poblano, Anaheim, and jalapeno peppers, and some tomatillos roasting in the oven. And so there's some onions and garlic and all that stuff cooking. And so we're just going to add all this to a blender.
Just hot like that, right out of the oven.
This. Very, very important. When we are adding hot things to a blender and we add liquid to it, you make sure there's a vent on the top of your blender, because if there's not, your ceiling is going to become a Jackson Pollock print.
Oh no, is this from experience?
I have done this. And scrubbing your ceiling for an hour after you're cooked is not much fun. So we're going to add a little bit of chicken stock to this. We're going to add a little bit of salt and some other spices, some cumin and some oregano. And then we're just going to add it to some simmering vegetables that I've got over here on the stove.
Perfect.
So let me get this out of your way so no one's burned.
Yeah, already just smells so amazing. The seasonings that you use are just perfect.
We're going to add our chicken stock to this.
Perfect. Well, as you're doing that, let's just chat about bariatric surgery. Who would make a good candidate, or why would they seek out bariatric surgery?
Most of our patients are patients that have tried and failed to lose weight medically, and either through the supervision of a medical professional or just on their own. And most of our patients have tried every diet that's out there, and they just haven't really had much success. There's a lot of yo-yo in their weight. So most people are just looking for what bariatric surgery is, which is just a tool to help them stay motivated and kind of get them a boost, a jump start on changing their lifestyle, because that's really all bariatric surgery is. It's just a lifestyle change.
There are several different types of surgeries too, right?
Absolutely.
Describe some of those.
Yeah. So older surgeries include the gastric band, the lap band. Everybody knows about the lap band. Well, that's kind of fallen out of favor in the last probably 8 to 10 years, because frankly, it just doesn't work very well. And people are left having not lost a lot of weight, or losing some weight and then regaining that weight. So that's not really a good option for most people. We do mostly at Baptist, we do the sleeve gastrectomy and the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. There's another operation out there that's a good operation, but I think it's more for some select patients, called a duodenal switch or biliopancreatic diversion, and that sounds really fancy because it is. It's a pretty complicated surgery. But the sleeve gastrectomy is simply a restrictive operation that kind of diminishes the amount of volume that patients can have in their stomach. And the gastric bypass is a little bit more complicated on top of that, because it restricts the volume to their stomach, but it also kind of rearranges how your body absorbs calories. So it's a really good operation for a certain group of patients that come to see us. Let's plate it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'll let you do the honors.
Okay.
All right.
We'll have to post this recipe to our website too, so people can go and
don't worry. So
see that.
There's a good shot for you.
All of the chicken. Yeah. All the chicken.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe put just a little bit more of that.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Perfect. All right, and then to make it real fancy and special, we're just going to add a little bit of This is cotija cheese, which is kind of a Mexican crumbly cheese. It's kind of similar to feta.
Yeah.
And it's not terribly salty, and it's not terribly high in fat. We can add a little bit of cilantro, add just a few little sliced, very thinly sliced radishes, because not everybody likes radishes.
I love radishes.
Well, good. I'm glad.
I really do.
And then a little bit of texture. Throw some pepitas, some pumpkin seeds,
Pepitas.
roasted pumpkin seeds.
This looks amazing.
Yeah. So let's.
And so colorful too.
Yeah, and I realize we're getting into summertime, but this is
it's
really
still
good.
good, huh?
It's really good comfort food whenever. I mean, you could almost eat this cold and it would still be pretty darn
Try
good.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Right?
flavor.
Yeah.
The flavors are popping.
That's all right.
I need more.
We're doing all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dr. Paul, thank you. Not only are you a surgeon, but you're a chef. I mean, come on. And other talents as well.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you guys here. And hopefully we can get people in here and learn about some bariatric surgery, learn about some good nutritional techniques and cooking and all that stuff, and just kind of help get people where they need to be.
Perfect. I'll be back for more of this. Thank you so
Excellent.
much. And we'll have more Good Morning Arkansas after the break. Well, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission has a